What is up, guys? This is Kiyato here, and man, it's been a while since I last recorded in my own room, but yeah, August has been a very hectic month. Well, by the time you see this video, hopefully it's September by the time I finish editing, but yeah, August, pretty crazy. So pretty much, I don't know if I ever talked about it, but I had plans to go to pretty much Otakon, Anime New York, and PAX, and all that happened during the span of literally the whole month of August. So I think like mid-August I went to Otakon, which was in Washington DC, and then I went to New York for Anime New York, which was like the following week or so, and then after that I went to PAX West, which is aka my hometown of Seattle, and I attended for only a day because honestly just going to PAX for a day was all I needed, which still had a good time. I went to go see a lot of people, especially ones that I haven't seen in a while, so usually that's kind of like get together with seeing people I haven't seen for like since AX actually. But I am back in the comfort of my own room, and check this out. I got this little souvenir at the Nintendo store, which I have visited during my trip, and I'll show off some of the stuff I got there. But you know, I won't lie, this is actually very comfortable. It's actually really breathable, but really cool souvenir. But yeah, back-to-back cons. You got the Otakon badge right here. You have my Anime New York one, which usually I don't get a lot of ribbons, but it's pretty cool getting some ribbons for once for my badge. And of course, PAX. I went Monday. I wish I got the Sunday badge. I should have probably went 2 days for Sunday because it would have been pretty cool to check out the Capcom event panel that was happening on, I believe, Sunday, and then the Final Fantasy one. But yeah, one of the cool things at that at PAX was that they handed this out. This is the default lanyard at the event, but honestly, 8 of the original fighters. No, this is Mortal Kombat 2, I believe. Yeah, it's Mortal Kombat. Yeah, it's Mortal Kombat 2. I recognize the sprites. I don't know why I'm like overthinking this, but yeah, pretty cool lanyard. But yeah. Went to a lot of cons this past August, and kind of burnt out. Don't know when my next con is. I have a lot of people asking me to go Katsucon, Anime Los Angeles, but there is a specific trip I'm trying to make plans for by the end of the year, so fingers crossed that all works out. But anyways, into the video. Of course, you know, I can't really make a convention haul stuff because one, I didn't really buy too much at any of the conventions really. I was there mostly for fun. I think the most I bought was at Anime New York because, you know, New York, never been in New York, but a lot of cool stuff there, and I think it's the second biggest anime convention in the US, so, you know, bought some pretty cool stuff there. Otakon, not really, mainly focused on autograph stuff, which I will also show in this video. And PAX, which I think I only bought like 3 things, and holy shit, was just buying anything at PAX very expensive. But I think to start off is probably going to be PAX, since, you know, I don't think I really bought much, but a lot of somewhat free stuff. I mean, it definitely changed over the years, where like a decade ago, where PAX used to be like the golden age of like tickets were very hard to come by, like they sell out immediately, and so many free stuff being given. But you know, ever since things changed in PAX, not as much free stuff, but you know, sometimes there are some cool stuff that are given, like this Nintendo bag that I got. Pretty much I got this at Nintendo booth, or not the Nintendo booth, but it's like they had like a weird table outside from the exhibit hall where you just scan in your Nintendo rewards and they just give you this free tote bag, which, you know, promoting Nintendo Switch 2, I mean, it does the job. I mean, what the tote bag does, you know. But yeah, got that. Some other free stuff. One of the cool stuff they had was the Magic the Gathering booth, where they were promoting the Spider-Man Magic cards being released. So they're giving out this little news bundle, or what's it called? The Daily Bugle. So some pretty cool stuff here. But what's really cool about this little like promotional flyer is the fact that it is also like a play mat for Magic that you can actually use. So I honestly thought that was pretty cool. So they were handing that out. They also handed out comic books. So this one right here, which is really neat. Promotional card of Behold the Sinister 6 right here. And also, I went back a lot, but they were actually handing out trial deck cards, so I grabbed all 5. So I got Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Gwen, Spider-Man 2099 of Miguel, and Venom. So pretty much I grabbed all the trial decks back to back, so these are the demo ones, and pretty cool just to have. I don't know if I'm planning on opening them because I still have the Final Fantasy one, so I'd rather use that to learn. But honestly, Magic the Gathering booth was probably one of the best booths for like just free stuff, so you know, thankful to them, and honestly just amazing promotional stuff, free swag stuff, so you know, I have to say that was probably the best booth for that. But yeah, got other stuff. I went to Nintendo booth, so you know, played out Kirby Air Riders as well as Pokemon Z Legends, and they hand out 2 patches which are pretty lame in my opinion. I mean, I miss when they were handing out pins. Pins was like the coolest thing they handed, and now instead we get 2 stupid little dimple patches that are not even like real patches, like stickers. So that was given out at the Nintendo booth, and not really that worth it, really. I also went to Arc System booth. They gave me a little bubble. It's not even a pin. It's like one of those little needles that stick through your shirt. But that, I think they also gave me this too, which I honestly don't know what this is. Other stuff that I got. Tetris Red Bull. I think this one's a pretty cool one. I got this outside. They have like food stalls outside the convention hall, or outside the convention, where they take over like one line of the street. But yeah, Red Bull was promoting this, and they had like a cool Tetris like little play machine where it was huge. So it wasn't where you're using a controller, like it was huge where you had to use your fists to slam on the buttons. But yeah, got this pin, which honestly, like I said, I like pins a lot. And then the highlight that I think everyone at PAX was trying to get to was the League of Legends Summoner's Rift, which you would get a promo card if you play their demo. Everyone was trying to get this card, like no joke, because an already promotional card promoting League of Legends. Funny enough, I actually got this through a standby line, so I only waited like 20 minutes in standby line to just get this, because in the morning you had to make reservations with a time slot to be able to go, and I got very lucky. I was like number 5 in the standby line, like I said. I kind of just waited 20 minutes or so, and a lot of people missed their appointment, so I got in. The demo was about 30 minutes long, like no joke, just learning how to play. But yeah, got the promotional card right here. Okay, so the only things I actually did buy at PAX, like, which were pretty pricey, were like 3 penny arcade pins. So bought these 3 right here. So I got the Behemoth pin of the Orange Knight from Castle Crashers. This is also promoting pretty much a donation to, what do you call it, if I could pull it out, Child's Play, which I think you guys can see over here. So a lot of the proceeds went to Child's Play, and if you get the Green Knight, it will go to Children's Hospital. So, but yeah, getting that, you also get this really sick Behemoth bag, which honestly, I really like the colors, so I honestly think this is actually a pretty cool like thing to include just for buying the pin. So I got that. And then these pins were from the Serenity Forge booth, which is this needy overload girl. And this one is Doki Doki Literature, so yeah, those were the only ones. I think these were like $15 a piece, but this one I actually like a lot, so this was my favorite thing that I got at PAX. And so that was everything I bought at PAX this past week, since the time I'm recording this video. PAX ended like a couple of days ago. But yeah, that was everything. And then next is my New York trip. So of course I already mentioned how I went to Nintendo Store. Holy shit. Yeah. Wow. Holy, I can't believe it.
I got an email from the so I guess now that
I don't know what am I looking at anymore. I think I have to. Small. Are they all small? Oh. I might have to get. Oh, that's so sick. But yeah, the stuff that I got, as you guys saw in the video, or pretty much saw my visit at Nintendo Store. Not only did I get the shirt, I think I only bought like 2 other things. So I bought this exclusive New York Pikachu Statue of Liberty, which you get kind of like some cool Easter eggs. But yeah, this was about 30 bucks. I only bought it because, you know, you gotta get something that's very cool and exclusive. So I bought that. And I bought this very cool coffee grinder of Animal Crossing, and it's actually a real coffee grinder too. Like, it is pretty sick. And yeah, you can actually grind your own coffee. I actually opened it up, and it kind of got damaged, the box anyways, in the rain. But regardless, let me just show you guys. This was about $40 as well, which weirdly enough, that is like $10 more than the Pikachu blush. Which honestly, what the hell, first off. But take a look at this. Like, you know, everything's in here, but this little cool Animal Crossing, you got the little slot thing for where the coffee grind goes in, and the handle's like in the foam still, but you could see like the inside of like grinding it. But yeah, that was I think the only things I bought in New York, and can't imagine having to clean this shit up. This would probably be a pain in the ass. But that was everything I got at the Nintendo Store. But now going over the stuff at Anime New York itself. Surprisingly, there's a lot of big booths that were giving out some stuff. So the big one I would say was Brown Dust 2. Which I never heard about the game until now at the booth, and it is definitely a waifu game. So they were handing out some sticker sheets, which honestly I will use these. These stickers are pretty cool, but I didn't know how intense it was. They were selling like merchandise of like pillows where the butt was showing, and then the girl was stuck in the wall. So they had that. But I also got some free acrylics at the booth where if you follow them and then try to do a 10 pull, if you pull an SSR or UR, you get acrylic. And I did it multiple times where I managed to get like 3 acrylics of the characters. And these are pretty good acrylics. They're pretty big too. Probably worth like $15 technically. So, got that. And you also got a ASMR QR code where you can do this. If you guys want to scan it, feel free, but it is for listening to that. So a lot of gooner stuff there. But yeah, that was the Brown Dust booth. Other free stuff, I got the Kaiju number 8 game. I didn't get the game, but if you follow their page or something, you get a free glass cleaner, fiber optic, or I don't know what it's called. Microfiber, there we go, microfiber cloth of a random character, your choice. Other stuff I got a tote bag from Young Magazine, which this tote bag I actually like a lot. This is something I plan on using a little more because this is pretty good for conventions, I would say. Like I was using that a lot majority of my time at Anime New York. But yeah, they gave a tote bag along with this giant ass magazine, which, you know, it is a really cool giveaway, I would say. Just a lot of mangas, like one of those traditional weekly magazines of anime and manga. So I think this was a really cool giveaway right here. I also went to Viz Media, and they also gave this Rooster Fighter mask, which, yeah, if I wear this whole video, man, feel like you get arrested for that. Some stuff from Crunchyroll, so New Type magazine promoting what's that series called? Gachiakuta. I think that's how I'm saying it. Gachiakuta. I'm actually watching the series right now. It's not that bad. I actually enjoy it for what it is. But yeah, they were giving this out, and also this tote bag or whatever stuff they were having at their booth promoting this. So got that along with it. Some stuff from some panels I went to. Went to the Windbreaker panel at New York. So they were handing out this, which honestly, hopefully video picks up. Windbreaker. So what's in the bag, or what's in the little stick? You guys might be wondering. And that is bandages. Yeah, no joke. They're like inside bandages, which I honestly find this kind of a lot more useful than I thought, because you could just bring this, put this in your bag in case, like, you know, someone's bleeding. I always carry bandages every time I go somewhere. I got this from man, what's that? Kagurabachi. So went to the panel for this, where, you know, the creator was just talking about his work, and yeah, at the panel they were giving this out. So some file folders, which pretty sick in my opinion. Yeah, those are some of the free stuff. Other free stuff I got were mostly from Viz Media, so of course they were handing out free posters along the way. So here how I was recognizing the series, Kagurabachi. Kagurabachi. A little hard to say in my opinion, but you guys should try saying it, because definitely a tongue twister. But yeah, that's One Punch Man Season 3 promotional flyer, which I actually have a signed copy from the voice actor of, I forgot his name, but it's from Greg Chung. Rooster Fighter, pretty funny promotional flyer, which this is a double-sided one, so here's what the other side looks like. And then Dr. Mashiroto's Ultimate Manga Techniques, so it's kind of like a little spin-off of Dragon Ball. Yeah, those were everything I got for free, but going into the stuff that I paid for, stuff that I actually bought at the con, of course I bought more posters. So I got this cool Metroid poster of Metroid Dread with Zero Suit Samus and Metroid Dread's version of the power suit right here. Pretty sick. Blue Archive poster right here. And then two posters, which here's the two posters first to show off. So I got Persona 4 one and Dandadan one. And these ones I can actually talk about, because these ones is from this vendor right here, from their artwork. So if you want to check out their social media handles and everything, like their page, I'll leave a link on the bottom in the description. But yeah, I really do love their artwork, and I think I showed it off before too, but I already bought one from them before in the past during AX, and honestly, I really do like their artwork a lot. This is probably my favorite one I own from them, but it is Bochi the Rock one, which is kind of like a Asian Kung Fu generation thing. I think that's where they got the inspiration from, so definitely check out their page. Really do like their artwork, it's very unique. And then the other two I honestly forgot, so if I do manage to find it, of course I'll leave it on the description in the video. And then here are stuff that I got at the con, which is not really a lot, but you know, it is stuff that I found pretty cool. So I got two manga books. I got Detective These Days Are Crazy, as was It Takes Two Tomorrow. So these ones I got for $5 each from One Piece Books. So really good deal, because normally these are like 13 bucks. Yeah, 13 bucks, but they had a crazy ass promotion where they were just selling many of their IPs for $5. So I was like, you know what? $5. $5 each, $10, why not? And I actually read both of these series. I actually finished this series before in the past, so I actually enjoyed this one a lot. But I got something from Brown Dust booth, of course, which is their acrylic. It's not the best looking acrylic, but funny enough, I actually got this for a pretty good deal, because they're selling this for $8, where normally it was supposed to be $25, but apparently there were some damages with the base where it doesn't really stand still. So they're selling it at a very high discounted price, and this was the only one I was able to get, which honestly I'm happy with just getting one, because felt like the quality of like, if you guys can see it, it kind of just looks pretty fuzzy. So I think 1 is fine with me. So that. I also got some stuff at the Good Smile Company booth at New York, which I could have bought these during Anime Expo, but I don't know why I didn't. But some more Blue Archive stuff. I got a Hina little holding plush where you know, you could just have this hanging on your, like, I don't know, curtains or some shit. Got that. And I guess a wallet lanyard with Shiro. So I guess it works as a lanyard, and it's one of those stretchy ones, so it's a lanyard and this is a little pocket for it. So, you know, it's kind of crazy, but these two by themselves were about $50, and I just found out that during my time at New York, there was triple tax. There's state, like, oh my god, I remember the tax. I just remember looking at the receipt and saying like, holy shit, there was triple tax at this convention. So I paid like practically $50 for these two, which is insane. But anyways, the last thing in Anime New York, or at least my New York trip in general, I went to J Novel booth, which is pretty much a collaboration booth with Yen Press, and your boy won the grand prize at that booth, which is says right here on this bag. So should have the video, so here's the video. Okay, so apparently I won the grand prize, which is...
It's 3 print books.
Oh wow.
Thank you. You can say no, but can I post a photo of you on
Yeah, of course.
media?
Yeah.
Great.
Up.
And then will you hold up your... Maybe I'll take out the books from the bag.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah. Sorry. It's...
Sick prize. Nice. Yay! Okay, perfect. Here's the bag.
Thank you so much. Here's the blue ball bag.
That's true. Thank you.
Okay, so I guess. Well, I guess I won the black grand prize for the day, where I got like 33 books, which is the reason why you saw the video being a little crazy. But who would have thought I won something in my life? Kinda nuts. Yeah, not the best quality video. I was just vlogging around the con of that booth, and you know, apparently the green, the blue little ball is considered the grand prize. It was kind of weird because usually you would think the gold ball is the grand prize, but yeah, what I got was 3 novel books, or not 3 novel books, but 3 books from their lineup, which is called Tear Moon Empire. So I got volume 1, 2, and 3. So that was the grand prize. 3 books, and they did take a picture of me. I don't know if I could find it in their social media. I don't think they ever posted it yet, but yeah, 3 books from that booth. That was the grand prize. Okay, so I forgot to show off one last thing I bought at the con, which is probably the coolest thing I got at the convention, which I wish I did show during the time, but I got these also posters as well from Hex Termina. That is the person, or at least like what the booth is called. But man, these posters are sick. And the cool thing about these ones is that they're fabric, so they're not like poster where, you know, you normally see it being like hard paper or paper, like thin paper, but these are just like straight up like fabric that is a lot more durable. So if I drop them, then they should be all a-okay. But these are some pretty awesome artwork right here. This one's like my favorite one. This kind of reminds me of Disgaea, like no joke, especially like the eyes and like the hairstyle. So don't know if that was an inspiration off of Disgaea. And then this one, it kind of just reminds me of like Dark Souls like, so pretty sick. So probably my favorite things that I got at the convention, like personally, I think it was actually, yeah, I think those were like the coolest things I bought, because honestly I would love to hang these ones on my wall. Now the final thing to show off is stuff that I got at Otakon 2025. So truth be told, I didn't spend jack shit at all at the convention. Like, I checked out the exhibit hall and everything, and yeah, nothing really interested me, so I didn't really buy anything at all. And you know, I also didn't buy anything at Washington D.C. either, since there's nothing really to check out. I mean, I did check out the museum there. That was pretty awesome, but yeah, I didn't really spend anything besides food, which I will say the food was pretty amazing in Washington D.C. I have to say. But yeah, Otakon, I spent majority of my time at the autograph lines. I met amazing cool people, which I became friends with, which hopefully I see them again either, you know, East Coast or West Coast. I, you know, became friends with a lot of people there. And I got majority of the signings I want. There were stuff that I wasn't able to get some signings just because how Otakon works is that it is a first come first serve reservation based online, so a week prior you have to try register and fingers crossed get in, which this one's actually a very interesting one, which I guess it will be the first one I show off. But I got this signed by Katsuyuki Konishi, and his signature's right here. He is the main voice actor of Lloyd Irving from Tales series, so you know, this one I got very lucky with, which his signing, he was only signing for 1 day at Otakon, but he was signing for 3 hours, and he was a very quick signer, I would say. So I was technically on the standby line for this one, and you know, somehow I got approved for getting his autograph later on once they clear off the whole reserve one. So you know, kind of jumped on board, got this game signed just in case if I managed to get through, and yeah, got this signed by Konishi. So if you don't know who he is, you guys may recognize Gurren Lagann. He is the voice of Kamina. He also did Lloyd Irving. I forgot what was the other ones. He did Beelzebub as Oga Tatsuki as well. So yeah, he did some. Oh, also he did what's his name from not Gurren Lagann but Demon Slayer, voice of the Sound Ninja, which yeah, not the I always forget the character's name, but the Sound Ninja guy right here. But yeah, I actually did ask him a quick question if he didn't, you know, if he actually saw this and did like, if I was one of the few people that actually asked for the signing. And funny enough, he told me like, no, his biggest one of course was Gurren Lagann, but Tales series, he got a lot of people that were getting a Tales Symphonia game signed or something. So you know, it was really cool to talk to him for like a minute or two, but really awesome guy. And I totally forgot that I met him at Anime Revolution like years ago, so I still have my Tales of Symphonia wall scroll signed by him too, so yeah, but still getting this signed. Alright, next up, I got this signed as well. My manga book of the summer that Hikari died, and I had to remember the voice actor's name because I'm not going to remember by heart, but I got this signed by Umada Shuichiro, which his signature I got pretty much, I'm not gonna lie, this one I kind of regret because I wish I got him to sign on the cover instead. So big mistake on my end, but hopefully you guys could see his autograph there. It might be a little hard to see. Originally he was gonna write on a gold pen, but he kind of saw that it was also very hard to see. So I used a black Sharpie, which I guess you guys could get a pretty cool view here. But yeah, I got this signed by him, who is the voice of Hikari. And I also met him last year, who did Zom 100, and I had him sign my Shikishi board. But yeah, got this one signed by him. I also got some other manga books that I also got signed. So funny enough, he also voiced the main male character, which yeah, this doesn't do justice at all. But he voiced this little pipsqueak right here. And then right here is autographs from many of the people that were involved in the anime, and one of them is the creator's autograph as well. So I had them all signed on the cover right here. And yeah, I didn't buy this at the con at all. I bought this from Kinokuniya, which I brought to get signed, and pretty well worth it. I probably should have got a Shikishi board signed instead, but I think the manga book does it justice as well. So yeah, Too Many Losing Heroines, got that signed, and they're also giving out a free poster as well. So this is the poster that I got going to their autograph session, which there was like 4 different types of posters that they were handing out randomly. So this one is the one I got, which I'm really happy. I think this was the one I wanted the most when I was seeing the posters, which not gonna lie, I kind of regret not getting it signed on this. But you know, still getting signed on the book is still pretty amazing right here. But yeah, let me just go over the guests again because honestly, so right here you got Takibi Amar-mori, the author, Imi Gimuru, the original illustrator of the series, which I think this was a light novel before anything. Kentaro Iwasa, the light novel editor, Shotaro Kitamura, the director, and Yutaro Ito, the production coordinator. So all their signatures are on this one page, which is nuts, but I can't tell who's who, so I'll just... Here you guys are. Alright, the next thing I also got signed, I got Rock is a Lady's Modesty. So this is the first manga book. This is the Japanese manga book, and the guests that were signing, which I had to pull up my phone because I honestly don't remember the whole guests, but where did I have them sign it? I had them sign it in the back of the book now, I remember. So you have Shinwa Watada, who is the animation director, and Hidetake Nishigaya, who's the anime producer. So two of their signatures are right here on the back of the page. And then on the back, you also got Miyuri Shimabukuro, who is the second female protagonist, which I have her signature right here. And you know, just really quickly, I apologize if I butchered that name. Like, you know, I stumble upon my words a lot, but here is her autograph. Who she's known from Yuna from the Haunted Hot Spring, like the main girl. So you might recognize some of her works. But yeah, she played this black hair character right here. So pretty amazing, and she was really sweet too. Like I will say right now, she was adorable. She was really sweet, and she was definitely had the more anything she just sees interests her. So she was very approachable to talk to, and let's be real, all the Japanese guests were amazing. They were all super nice. Other stuff I got signed at Otakon, I actually brought some of my anime stuff in my collection to get signed. So I brought Ancient Magnus Bride, or Ancient Magus Bride. So did an unboxing of the limited edition, so it should be hopefully out later on. But yeah, I got the voice actor who did Elias Ainsworth, which is Ryota Takauchi, and it's a pretty awesome signature right here. This is actually a very beautiful cover of the Blu-ray. So I got that signed right here, and I also got Iron Blood Orphans. So this one I actually pulled up my phone because I actually don't remember the voice actor's name, but he did Norba, who not a lot of people remember Norba in the Gundam series, but this is from Taishi Murata, which his signature is right here. And Norba is the one that controls the Florist Gundam. And there's actually a pretty funny story with this one. I think I was a guaranteed reservation on this one, and the pen that he was using for this, I think it was just because of the material of the book. It was like inking, spilling ink everywhere, so I had to like rub it clean before it got worse, and he was panicking as well, and I think we spent 5 minutes panicking about the ink spilling, the silver ink, because it was not like seeping in with this at all. So you guys can see a little bit of it. Hopefully I can clean this up myself. Oh, yeah, it's like on the little top right here. But no, his management, me and him were panicking. We're like, oh shit, we need to get not make this a mess. And my hands ended up being like all silver everywhere because the silver Sharpie spill, like I had to like rub my hand, and then I used alcohol sanitizing wipe or sanitizing gel, and man, that was a whole mess. But he was a really cool guy. He was really chill. He was excited. Like he was happy to sign this too. Like man, such an awesome dude. And I met him twice actually. So not only did I get this signed by him, he also signed my booklet as well, which I should have told him not to sign too big, but regardless, still pretty cool. Since Iron Blood Orphans is like one of my more favorite Gundam series, so yeah, my Taishi and Ryota signatures. Now the last things I got signed is, normally I bring this with me to like every convention, and that is Shikishi boards. The grays are snow when it comes to autograph signings. So yeah, majority of my signings like sometimes they would draw like cool illustrations or just like, you know, I don't know. Shikishi boards are like one of the coolest things I have in the collection. So first thing is this, which you can see. Usually I have to put like the guest names on here too, because sometimes I might not be able to like remember who did what in the work. So here's this Shikishi board. Here's Chika, which this one I think she was the one that drew This Monster Wants to Eat Me, if I remember correctly. No, that's Sai. So this one is for, wow. Well, I can't read many of the katakanas, but yeah. Little doodle right there. And then this is Sai. Here is the Sai one. So she is the creator of This Monster Wants to Eat Me. So here is her autograph signature right here. But yeah, many of the Shikishi boards I got signed were pretty dope. And this one's a pretty funny one because this one from Watanabe. Last year I had a photo of him putting $1 in one of my friend's standee booths, so I brought that picture up to him, and he definitely remembers that from last year, which here's a little picture of what it looks like. But yeah, he drew a little doodle of Trigun, the main character, putting a little dollar, or bringing out $1 out right here. But yeah, Stampede. And then yeah, just going over a list of, or at least like going over some of the stuff of signs. So here is Kana's autograph right here, which she drew a little big egg. This one's a very interesting one because this one, same thing, I was on the standby line, so I wasn't guaranteed the autograph until all reservations are done. And then whatever left time there was, you know, then I get approved for it. But this one, I only had 5 minutes, so there's no way I could just go out to the exhibit hall, buy a manga book of Berserk, and get it signed. So I had Nobitashi Kana signed on this pink Shikishi board because this was the last Shikishi board I had. So it's either have some random shit like my badge, which was already signed, or use this Shikishi board. And so yeah, he was laughing about this one too, actually, because he found it pretty funny that for a guy that voices Guts from Berserk, having to sign something so pretty and flowery, which I was saying this for like certain authors that, you know, drew some characters, which this is the biggest prime example. That's when I used the flower Shikishi board. So this is drawn by the illustrator for Diary of the PAX. So I don't know how to say the series, but yeah, the original illustrator, or one of the illustrators, apparently they had a ruling where if you try to get the manga signed, you have to get the correct manga, because I did not know that there was 2 artists for the series, or I think there's like 3. But yeah. But yeah, they drew me a little caricature of the main female character, so I honestly thought that was really cool. Alright, this one's probably the craziest one and the hardest one to get, which, funny enough, I was able to get reservations, so I was one of the very fortunate ones to be able to get onto like the guaranteed line, and it was probably the hardest one too at Otakon. And that is Studio Trigger. So of course, Panty and Stalking, they were promoting that, which they handed out free cards, but yeah. This is going to be the most important Shikishi board because this one isn't just like a single one. This is like a double one. So I actually had them sign in, you know, they usually do drawings, but here is a close look. This is a Panty and Stalking one, which honestly, you guys could see Panty, Stalking, and then garter belt in the bottom from Waka. But yeah, this is probably one of the ones where I actually utilize the double Shikishi board to have them, you know, draw their version of the characters. And yeah, just wanted to show you guys firsthand of how amazing this is. So definitely one of the biggest treasures at Otakon of, you know, signatures. And funny enough, I think it only took me like 15 minutes because I made sure to get in that line as soon as possible, even when I was on reservation, because they take their sweet time drawing. If you guys ever, try to get their autographs, they take their sweet time. So, it's to a point where they were no longer doing double shikishi boards or individual shikishi boards because how long it took. And I think there was only like 30 people in total, or 40 people. And their hour was a 2-hour session, so they take long. But, I'm very grateful and very happy that I was able to get this, so you know what? Thank you so much, Studio Trigger. You guys are amazing, and fucking killing it out there with panty stocking. Holy shit! My God, if you guys went to the panel at AX or not at Otakon, but Anime New York, they went full degen mode to a point where the announcer, the person that was doing the whole translation introduction, he didn't know what to say. He was trying to make sure that he was not saying anything inappropriate, even though Studio Trigger was going full balls out. Crazy. Here is the last thing I got signed at Otakon, which this one hurt me the most. Like, this was supposed to be the highlight. It definitely crushed me, and regardless, like, I did crash out a little, but I had a wonderful time regardless, me and the voice actor, and that is the voice actor Nino from Quintessential Quintuplet, Ayana Takatatsu. So, unfortunately, well, here's her signature. So, last second, no joke, they were not doing any personal items at all. No personal item sign, even if it's official merchandise, and oh my God, that upset me so much. Not compared to my friend who, I think she was second in line, and once she got heard that, she was absolutely crushed. Like, she wasn't able to have a, happy conversation with Ayane. She was still talking to her, but from what my friend told me, it's like she was just still crashing out with stuff. But I was like number 5 and number 6, and regardless, I had a wonderful time talking to her. Like, I kind of expressed how she's one of my favorite voice actors, and she was like the main reason why I went to Washington DC, which I think I was going to go regardless, but I showed her the item that I wanted to get signed. She wasn't going to sign it, so I did not try to say anything. I just showed her like, man, this kind of sucks, but I told her and her management team, like, one of these days, if she comes to the States again, I'm going to go out my way to meet her and, get autograph and just like go to all her panels. So, I had a wonderful conversation. I think my conversation with her was like 2.5 minutes or 3 minutes long. So, I was just fanboying over her completely, and man, she's so cute, and man, she was so nice too, and I don't know, that was definitely a highlight, is definitely having a conversation with her and her manager. But yeah, this is what she signed. So she was only signing this to everyone, and I find it pretty crazy how her session was hour long. I thought she would have been pretty quick with this because, for a standby. I'll try to get a second one of these, but I wasn't able to get lucky at all with the second day. But I'm still happy that I got this overall. So this is going to be added to my collection over here. As you guys have seen, my shrine. So that was everything I got throughout my 3 trips of Washington DC, New York, and not really a trip because it's like a 30-minute drive for me, but PAX West. But there is one last thing I want to show off, that I want to show. These are probably my prized possessions that I got because New York was an excuse to go Anime New York for visiting a friend, because I have a friend that moved there last year and is my closest friend. And yeah, got to spend time with them, go exploring, hang out, and I always cherish those moments, and also be making a video about it because I have a lot of footage. So that'll be fun. But yeah, just seeing one of my best friends, like not for like 1 year, and seeing how he's been doing, just spending time with him is probably one of the things I'm willing to go for, just because it's something that's very important to me. And he gave me some things to cherish, so like that represents our friendship. So one of the things he gave me was this hat that his wife made. This is a pretty sick ass hat. Cold hand motherfucker. That's what it says. So this is her company right here. So check this company out. I'll try to leave a description, but pretty sick ass hat. Wow, I don't know how to say it, but here it is. I'm gonna leave the link on the bottom, but this is the earring that he wanted to give me as a way to represent our friendship. A cigarette earring that he got from a girl that I talked to in New York, but he got 2 of these ones. He gave me one piece, and the other piece that he has as a way for us to wear, and you know, wherever we are, how far we are, like we're always gonna be best friends, and you know, no matter what the distance, we'll always see each other and make sure that we're doing all right and check on each other. So he wanted to give me this as a way to, you know, cherish and just show how close we are, and just this is like pretty much our friendship bracelet in a way. That's an earring, so you know, love you, man. Love you, Julian. You'll always be one of my closest friends in my life, and he's one of my childhood friends too. Like I known him for like 20 years now, I would say. So you know, closest homie that I ever have, and no matter how far the distance is and what's happening, like I always got his back and he always got mine. So yeah, I don't know how long this video will be, but if you made it to the end, I just want to say thank you. A lot of shit to show off from 3 conventions back to back in August, but definitely going to take a breather for now just because I am completely burned out. I think, no joke, I think I slept like 14 hours because of how tired I was. Like everything started hitting me after finally being out of my room for once. If you guys are new to the channel, I mean, you guys could subscribe, comment, like. I greatly appreciate it. My goal, which I'm doing a shit-ass job at, is to reach 1,000 subscribers. Anyways, this has been your boy Kiyato signing off. I greatly appreciate y'all, and wherever you guys are, hope to meet one of you guys. Say hi. Some people actually recognize me surprisingly at some cons. Funny enough, mostly a Shikishi board. But anyways, hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. Keep your mental health up. Be healthy and just keep on, you know, supporting anime. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.